Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and another fascinating video from my trip to Southern Namibia. Today I'm taking you to the southmost part of Namibia. We will be visiting two very small towns, Noordoewer and Aussenkehr, or Aussenkehr if you're from Northern Namibia. Anyways, let me get serious for a bit. I don't think I can ever say enough about how beautiful I find the Namibian landscape. Take this for example. It's very different from where I live and where I come from, but it is so beautiful. It feels like nature has really taken its time in crafting a masterpiece in the form of the Namibian landscape. I'm just outside Noordoewer and I wanted to show you what it looks like. It's so nice and green, and then they've got these crazy beautiful mountains around. So yeah, let's see what they've got going on. Noordoewer, which means North Bank in Afrikaans, is a reference to the north bank of the Orange River on which it is located. It is the border post between Namibia and South Africa and is situated a short stretch away from the flowing waters of the Orange River. It is known for grape production and canoeing and is an important border post on a crucial transport route between Namibia and South Africa. Now, what I did off camera, because I'm still a bit uncomfortable when it comes to filming strangers, is I stopped at the engine service station to ask the locals about the town. I met some really nice ladies who told me that they catch yellowfish in the river, go swimming because there are no crocodiles in this river, and that they don't really buy tomatoes and peppers because they are allowed to pick them up from the local farms. Interesting. Another thing I did off camera is I went to a general store here and it was just so amazing because this shop had everything you need with the exception of big furniture items. They had stuff in there that I see on the internet. I found that really cool. If you're not liking me just telling you about the things I did, please forgive me. I promise I will do better next time. But honestly, I didn't know how people would feel about me filming their spaces and them. I really liked the stretch of bougainvilleas in front of this vineyard as I was leaving town. I thought it was really beautiful. Grapes on the one side. These are all tomatoes. I guess this is where the locals come to pick up their fresh produce. I know that one of the biggest suppliers of tomatoes and bell peppers in Namibia is based here. These are all bell peppers on this end. One last look at these amazing tomato fields as I made my way to Aussenkehr, which is 52 kilometers from Noordoewer and is home to the largest export table grape farms in the Southern Hemisphere. I was so excited and I couldn't wait to get there because it's so beautiful. As I leave little Noordoewer, this is what I see. It's a cute little place. The green is just amazing. It's beautiful.
off to Aussenkehr I go.
So, as I mentioned earlier, Aussenkehr is home to the largest export table grape farms in the Southern Hemisphere. But how did it come to be? Well, it was established as a farm in 1910 when an Imperial German investment corporation acquired the land and started several irrigation projects. The name Aussenkehr, a German word for outer bend, refers to the way the Orange River flows at the base of the settlement. Aussenkehr has been labeled as a hub of agricultural activities as it is an oasis in a desert landscape. According to their website, in 1949, the land was surveyed and registered as the farm Aussenkehr number 147 with a total area of 99,000 hectares. In 1988, the farm was bought by Yugoslavian national who observed that Namibia's mild coastal climate was perfect for growing table grapes for Europe, at times of the year when they are most vulnerable to frost elsewhere in the world. The table grapes were planted as an experiment that proved to be full of challenges that I will not get into right now, but it paid off and now mangoes, citrus fruit, lucerne, and dates are cultivated here. The dry climate allows for the grapes to be harvested 3 to 5 weeks earlier than other plantations, ensuring the produce is ready for the market beforehand. This way, they are able to supply grapes leading up to Christmas when they are in high demand. In 1992, the Namibian government successfully negotiated an agreement to give Namibian exports access to the markets in the European Union, and this resulted in the accelerated development of the table grape industry in Namibia. Today, there are more than 3,000 hectares of vineyards. The Aussenkehr Valley is now a leading exporter of early table grapes to major world markets. Aussenkehr is home to up to 20,000 inhabitants who work in the grape industry, and various commercial enterprises have developed in the valley. Wow, so much history and so much prosperity, right? Life should be so good in Aussenkehr. Wrong. This is in fact how the people live in Aussenkehr. There is no sign of prosperity here. They live in these little houses made of reeds that they probably collect along the river. Some have constructed their houses with zinc sheets, but it all doesn't matter in the end, because it doesn't make any sense how people who make the biggest contribution to this thriving table grapes industry have to live like this. Would these big vineyards be able to export their products without the contribution of these employees who live in such deplorable structures? I think not. So why is it then that these vineyards cannot construct proper housing for their employees? There have been a few fires since my visit here, and there was even a loss of life after these reed houses caught fire. I made a stop over at their little shopping complex and tried to visit one of the vineyards, but one needs approval from the general managers apparently. I tried a few others and got the same response, so I left. My next stop was the Ai-Ais Hot Springs. Ai-Ais means burning water in the local Nama language, and it refers to the sulfurous hot springs which are found in this area. The springs were discovered by a Nama herder searching for his lost sheep back in 1850. The springs originate deep under the riverbed and form an oasis in the extremely arid area. Ai-Ais Hot Springs lies at the southern end of the Fish River Canyon. One of the eyes of the hot spring is in the Ai-Ais Resort area.
Ai-Ais Hot Springs.
This is the area outside the NWR Ai-Ais Hot Springs and Spa. And as you might have guessed it, my first stop was at the eye of the hot spring. I just had to see it for myself.
It says, beware, a warning, this water is extremely hot, about 65 degrees Celsius. So that's the natural hot spring. I want to touch it. It's hot here. I'm gonna put my camera. It's hot. Ooh, really hot. Yep, no lies detected. The water is extremely hot. I tried touching it. So I'm gonna go to the indoor pool now. Yeah. I'm curious about whatever's happening down here. Got so many reeds. And I can't tell if that's the sound of the reeds or if there's water. Well, I'll ask inside.
So there are two indoor pools here, and this one, the one closer to the reception area door, is apparently cooler than the one on the other side. That one apparently has temperatures of about 55 degrees Celsius. Because it was so hot outside, it felt as if the water wasn't really hot when I got into the pool, but it felt warmer as I spent more time in there. The indoor pools are for relaxing. Please don't come out here trying to bring out your inner Michael Phelps. You're just supposed to sit in the water. This was such a wonderful experience. The gentle flow of the water around me was the most relaxing thing ever. It was so beautiful. Now let me show you where I was staying during my sweet escape to Southern Namibia. Because I had a plan to explore the southern region extensively, I had to find a place that was kind of central to all the places I wanted to visit during my stay. It had to be a place I could easily drive to and from on a daily, and this place was the Gondwana Canyon village in the Gondwana Canyon Nature Reserve. Yo, they make the most refreshing ginger ale. I loved it so much. Now, let me show you inside my room. I had a twin room. They seem to really love those. I was disappointed to come back and find my room looking like this because most places tidy up when you leave the room for the day. I'm not sure how it works out here. I really liked the place, but I would have really liked to come back to a clean room after my excursions.